In 1964, Cooper Power Systems introduced the 200 amp load break elbow termination system, revolutionizing the 200 amp distribution system. Reinforcing a tradition of innovation and technology leadership, in 2011, Cooper Power Systems introduced its industry groundbreaking 600 amp Cleer load break connector system, the only separable connector in the industry capable of breaking load at 600 amps. Like 200 amp load break connectors, this 600 amp connector system can be operated while energized and carrying load current. It is fault closure rated and does not require unbolting connections to separate. This makes the load break connector much faster and much safer. Even if a utility chooses not to operate the 600 amp connector system energized, downtime is limited and disconnecting and reconnecting the connector is significantly faster than the conventional 600 amp dead break connectors. Heavy cables do not have to be moved and terminations are not disturbed, eliminating the potential of reinstallation errors. Safety is also improved as the system provides visible break for line technicians. As the size and scale of the electrical grid continues to grow, so does the increased demand for system reliability. One of the top priorities for utilities today is to provide uninterrupted service to their customers. In order to achieve this goal, it is necessary to keep fewer systems offline during operation, restoration, and expansion. This must be accomplished while maintaining an emphasis on operator safety. In many of today's underground distribution systems, utilities need to work around separable connectors limitations. While advanced technologies for 200 amp connectors have made things easier to keep customers online, 600 amp separable connectors require complete de-energization of the system prior to operation or maintenance. In addition, with load requirements increasing, more utilities are adding 600 amp circuits to their system. 600 amp circuits provide 3 times the continuous current rating of 200 amp circuits and have a 900 amp overload rating. Managing these at higher loads along with system maintenance can at times result in more system downtime. A circuit must be confirmed to be de-energized prior to operating a dead break elbow. Therefore, a visible break and/or visible ground are required prior to operation because the dead break elbows have neither load break switching nor fault closure ratings. 600 amp dead break connectors are limited by no capability to switch while energized or carrying load current, no fault closure capability, requiring moving bales or unthreading connections before and after operation, require another visible break or visible ground prior to operating. The Cleer 600 amp connector system overcomes these limitations, providing the following load break benefits. They are rated to switch while energized and while carrying load current. They have fault closure capability. They do not have bales or require unthreading connections prior to and after operation. They do not require another visible break or visible ground prior to operating. The Cleer connector system is available in 15, 25, and 28 kV ratings and can be identified by the color-coded cuff. Green cuffs for 15 kV, maroon cuffs for 25 and 28 kV. They are available in both square and inline bracket configurations for all ratings. The Cleer load break connector system has full load break capabilities that meet the applicable requirements of IEEE standard 386-2006 and consists of the following: a C-shaped connector that is clamp stick operable, 2 separate J-shaped junctions each combining a load break interface and a dead break interface, inline adjustable bracket or square bracket, industry standard 600 amp dead break connectors to connect the cables. Under normal operating conditions, the current path is through one of the 600 amp dead break load break 2-position junctions, through the 600 amp load break connector, and through the second 600 amp dead break load break 2-position junction. It is important to clear the area of obstructions or contaminants that may interfere with this operation. Secure the connector operating eye firmly into the clamp stick and lock. Thrust the clamp stick forward until the connector moves approximately 1/4 inch further into the bushings. This action will break any surface friction between outer surfaces of bushings and inner surfaces of connector interfaces. As in all load break operation, it is recommended to look away from the connector and then pull the clamp stick and withdraw the connector from the bushings with a fast, firm, straight motion. Minimum amount of travel of connector to break load is 9 inches. Using the clamp stick, Move the connector away from the bushings and place the metallic portion of one of the probes directly onto a ground plane. This will discharge any capacitive charge that may be left on the probes. Using a clamp stick, place an insulated protective cap with ground wire attached to the system ground on the exposed energized bushings. Using a clamp stick, remove the 200 amp load break protective cap from the 200 amp load break reducing tap plug. Use an appropriate voltage sensing meter to test through the 200 amp interface and verify that the circuit is de-energized. Install an appropriate grounding elbow cable to the system ground. Install the grounding elbow on a 200 amp interface of the TOP2 or BT tap termination. Verify that your workspace is clear of obstructions or contaminants that may interfere with this operation. Remove the 200 amp grounding elbow using a clamp stick. Install an appropriate load break protective cap on the 200 amp interface of the BT tap or TOP2. Using a clamp stick, remove the two insulated protective caps from the 600 amp load break interface. Secure the Cleer 600 amp load break connector eye firmly with a clamp stick. Place the load break connector over the bushings, inserting the white arc followers of the probes into the bushings approximately 1 1/2 inches. This will align and stabilize the connector. Turn your back to the bushings, hold the clamp stick securely, and obtain good footing. Engage the connector into the bushing with one firm, quick, and continuous motion. The yellow latch indicator rings on the bushing should now be visible in the connector cuff windows. Verify that the connector is properly latched by applying a gentle pull force to the clamp stick. When latched properly, the connector will slide back off of the bushing about 1/4 inch and stop. The yellow latch indicator rings on the bushing should not be visible at this point. Electric utilities look to keep underground residential distribution outages to a minimum. The Cleer load break system provides an improved system reliability as the equipment does not have to be de-energized to service systems. This load break benefit allows operators to dramatically reduce outage duration. The Cleer load break system provides the benefits of 200 amp load break systems, allowing utilities to sectionalize the cable to the smallest impacted area and energize up to the Cleer visible break, improving customer minutes interrupted. Even if switching is performed de-energized, the ease to provide an open break reduces the outage duration. Time and labor savings on the field can be reduced by as much as 50% as terminations do not have to be unbolted or heavy cables moved to achieve a visible break or visible open. When configured with 200 amp taps live test, visible open and visible ground can be achieved at one location, indicating it is safe to perform maintenance on the circuit. Even if switching with the Cleer is performed after a system is de-energized at a different location, the operator does not have to get close to and manually handle terminations, avoiding possible serious consequences. Network vault applications for Cleer load break connectors include replacement of vacuum switches or outdated oil fuse cutout switches, or installed inline with them providing a visible open prior to performing maintenance. When used in networks for separable splicing of long cable runs, they can provide a quick and easy disconnect without the tedious task of disassembling terminations or cable joints requiring special tools. In sectionalizing cabinets or underground distribution systems, they can be used as disconnect switches, providing a convenient means of isolating circuits to provide maintenance and troubleshoot system faults. When used with fused load break elbows, it provides a practical, less expensive alternative for some switchgear applications. Cooper Power Systems makes sectionalizing using the Cleer system even easier, offering both single-phase and three-phase sector cabinets, complete with Cleer installed and site-ready for cable terminations. The Cleer load break connector system makes grounding 600 amp circuits easier and safer by allowing customers to install the Cleer grounding elbow directly to the 600 amp load break interface of the Cleer connector. The Cleer grounding elbow is available in 15 and 25 kV classes. The 15 kV grounding elbow has increased fault current withstand ratings when compared to standard 200 amp grounding elbows, allowing 15 kV customers to ground high fault current locations safely. Available accessories include the Cleer standoff to park the C connector after removal from the load break bushings, and protective caps to cap the bushings. The standoff bracket is available in both standoff pocket and a direct wall mount design. The Cleer 600 amp load break connector system is the culmination of multiple breakthrough technologies in the field of medium voltage separable insulated connectors. In the long term, this system has the potential to replace 600 amp dead break, just as 200 amp load break has mostly replaced 200 amp dead break separable connectors in the United States, for all the same reasons. 600 amp load break separable insulated connectors have the potential to form the backbone of future network and distribution 600 amp systems. The following documents can be downloaded from the public website www.cooperpower.com.